Hey everybody, Blaine here at SewingMachinesPlus.com, inviting you to come and celebrate National Quilting Month with me as I host our first annual Quilt Fest, March 15th through the 20th. Meet celebrity quilters Jenny Doan and Eleanor Burns, and one lucky viewer will have a chance to win a Dream Studio giveaway worth $50,000. For more information, go visit SewingMachinesPlus.com, click on the Virtual Quilt Show banner. Hope to see you there. All right, so we're here at the machine. I'm sitting down. My first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start on this first one, and this is the three pieces that I'm going to sew together. There's actually two of those, so I'm going to have two of those long pieces sewn together, and once I get that sewn, we cut them in squares. And as you can see, this is the quilt I have right up here behind me. That's the one I'm trying to make, the table runner. So I'm going to start on that first. All right, so I just got finished cutting all my squares. I actually I have 8 of the light colored. I have 5 of the darker color. And you'll actually, when you end up, you're gonna have 2 extra squares. And I guess in case you make a mistake, you've got some extras, which that's always a good thing. So I'm gonna have to go back and reference my pattern now. And the next thing is I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start working with my triangles. I got to start sewing some of these together, and then we got to start sewing this thing together. So stay tuned. All right, so if everything went okay, I should have what you see up here, okay? So let's check this out. Let's just see if it looks like it. The next step now is to do some quilting. All right, we're out here. We're at the Handy Quilter Infinity. Got the Pro Stitcher on it. As you can see, we actually got the table runner all pinned to it. And we're going to do the robotic system and let it do some stippling on this thing to kind of finish this quilt. So let's get this thing started. All right, guys. Hey, just got it off the long arm, and I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'm going to bring it a little closer so you can see the work. But that was all done on the Pro Stitcher. So my quilt is basically complete. You know, got the batting and the backing on, and all's left next to do is do the binding. So I'm gonna get it bound, and guess what? Remember we talked about the hours? Why, I'm proud to announce right now, I feel pretty good about this because the Pro Stitcher really speeded me up. So we're approximately right now 2.5 hours. So if I can get this done in 30 minutes, the binding, which Deb's telling me it might take me a little longer than that, but I'm going to be just a shy over 3 hours, I'm thinking. So I may make my goal of 4 hours, so we'll see. Hey everybody, Blaine here, SewingMachinesPlus.com, inviting you to come and celebrate National Quilting Month with me as I host our first annual virtual Quilt Fest, March 15th through the 20th. We'll be streaming live for 6 full days, see demonstrations, hear tips and techniques from top educators in the country. Be part of our interactive quilt contest by entering a quilt or voting on your favorite one. Meet our special celebrity judges and find out the do's and don'ts to make your own award-winning quilt. We will have daily giveaways, special show pricing on hundreds of items, and one lucky viewer is going to win a Dream Studio giveaway worth $50,000. You don't want to miss this one-of-a-kind event. For more information, go visit SewingMachinesPlus.com and click on the Virtual Quilt Fest banner. Hope to see y'all there. Hey everybody, Blaine here at Sewing Machines Plus. Brother has just released 2 more machines that can be now sold online. First up is the PRS 100 one needle embroidery machine. The Persona PRS 100 is the most versatile single needle embroidery machine that can do so much more. Its tubular free arm configuration gives you the flexibility and the ease to embroider difficult to reach areas, making it the premier hat machine in America. Plus, its mere 18-inch wide footprint makes it the perfect addition to any room in your house. All for the low price of $49.99 shipped right to your door. But wait, there's more. Act now, and I'm going to throw in a free stand with every purchase. And if you want to start your own hat business, I'm going to give you a special price on a cap frame, but you have to call to order. Are you a Disney fan? Well, if you are, this next product's just for you. Introducing the SDX 230D Disney Scan and Cut. Bring a touch of Disney to your sewing and crafting projects with the limited edition Disney Scan and Cut. This model features 132 built-in Disney designs, 20 Disney bonus designs available, 140 quilt patterns, 17 lettering fonts, 1,435 built-in designs in total, no PC required, 5-inch LCD touchscreen display, 600 DPI built-in scanner with on-screen editing, cuts materials up to a 3mm thickness, auto blade sensor technology, whisper quiet mechanism, matless cutting with the optional rolled feeder attachment, and wireless ready. This model has over $1,100 of value added, all for the low price of $8.99 shipped right to your door. And Act Now will include a free roll feeder, all for your vinyl cutting. What more do you need to achieve your crafting brilliance? Just your imagination. 3 ways to order: 1-800 401-8151, visit SewingMachinesPlus.com, or chat with one of our live chat agents. Stay safe out there. Hey everybody, Blaine here at SewingMachinesPlus.com, inviting you to come and celebrate National Quilting Month with me as I host our first annual Quilt Fest, March 15th through the 20th. Meet celebrity quilters Jenny Doan and Eleanor Burns, and one lucky viewer will have a chance to win a Dream Studio giveaway worth $50,000. For more information, go visit SewingMachinesPlus.com, click on the Virtual Quilt Show banner. Hope to see you there. everybody, Blaine here at SewingMachinesPlus.com, inviting you to come and celebrate National Quilting Month with me as I host our first annual Quilt Fest, March 15th through the 20th. Meet celebrity quilters Jenny Doan and Eleanor Burns, and one lucky viewer will have a chance to win a Dream Studio giveaway worth $50,000. For more information, go visit SewingMachinesPlus.com, click on the Virtual Quilt Show banner. Hope to see you there. All right, so we're here at the machine. I'm sitting down. My first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start on this first one, and this is the three pieces that I'm going to sew together. There's actually two of those, so I'm going to have two of those long pieces sewn together, and once I get that sewn, we cut them in squares. And as you can see, this is the quilt I have right up here behind me. That's the one I'm trying to make, the table runner. So I'm going to start on that first. All right, so I just got finished cutting all my squares. I actually I have 8 of the light colored. I have 5 of the darker color, and you'll actually, when you end up, you're gonna have 2 extra squares, and I guess in case you make a mistake, you've got some extras, which that's always a good thing. So I'm gonna have to go back and reference my pattern now. And the next thing is I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start working with my triangles. I gotta start sewing some of these together, and then we gotta start sewing this thing together. So stay tuned. All right, so if everything went okay, I should have what you see up here, okay? So let's check this out. Let's just see if it looks like it. The next step now is to do some quilting. All right, we're out here. We're at the Handy Quilter Infinity. Got the Pro Stitcher on it. As you can see, we actually got the table runner all pinned to it, and we're going to do the robotic system and let it do some stippling on this thing to kind of finish this quilt. So let's get this thing started. All right, guys. Hey, just got it off the long arm, and I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'm gonna bring it a little closer so you can see the work. But that was all done on the Pro Stitcher. So my quilt is basically complete. You know, got the batting and the backing on, and all's left next to do is do the binding. So I'm gonna get it bound, and guess what? Remember we talked about the hours? Why, I'm proud to announce right now, I feel pretty good about this because the Pro Stitcher really speeded me up. So we're approximately right now 2.5 hours. So if I can get this done in 30 minutes, the binding, which Deb's telling me it might take me a little longer than that, but I'm going to be just a shy over 3 hours, I'm thinking. So I may make my goal of 4 hours, so we'll see. Hey everybody, Blaine Austin here with Sewing Machines Plus. Welcome to our live show. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're at. And we're broadcasting live from Southern California, and what a beautiful day it is here today. And we hope it's beautiful where you're at. Hey, make sure that y'all ask questions today. Give us a like, share the video, and it's going to enter you to win some prizes that we're going to give away at the end of the show today. Hey, and like I promised you from Monday, if y'all were on our Monday show, I said, hey, we're going to have some really good prizes today. So we actually do. We're actually going to give a sewing machine away today. So just keep that in mind. So it's going to be a good one. We're actually going to give a Necky sewing machine away. And we're super excited about that. They gave it to us to give away. And so we appreciate them and for doing that. So we have got a fantastic show today. We have Karlie Belle going to be here all the way from Louisiana, and we're going to talk about some embroidery machines. She's going to talk about some quick and easy projects. And so it's going to be a great, great show. We're looking forward to that. And I hope all of Karlie's followers come and join the show today. It's her, I always get it wrong, but I'm going to try to get it right today, guys. It's the STIP.
Karlie, because Jane just joined.
Who?
Oh,
Oh, guess what, guys? I just heard that we have a special guest that just wants to pop in and say hi. So there she is, Jane.
Hi, Blaine. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Hey, what a wonderful surprise. How are you?
Listen, I can't help myself. When I see you're about to broadcast, I'm like, oh, I want to jump in and say hi to everybody.
Well, hey, I'm glad you did. Hey, I was just talking about you this morning, so your ears must have been burning. We was talking to Kyle and David here. We were talking about, the Quilt Fest that we have coming up. And I said, well, I talked to Jane on the phone, and I think Jane is going to try to help me host this thing.
Blaine, I think about you and all of these amazing shows you're doing and all of this creativity you're talking about. And you're talking about Quilt Fest. And I'm like, I want to be a part of Quilt Fest. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. So that's March 15th through the 20th is the big, long week of shows. That's amazing.
And I was telling him, I said, I've been like kind of freaking out a little bit going, how am I going to last for 6 days talking 7.5 hours a day? I said, I don't think my voice is going to hold up. And then I said, Jane came to the rescue. I said, Jane's going to help me a little bit. I know she's busy. I told him that you're just going to have to carve out some time to try to help, because you got a whole full week that week. And
I do. I'm going to pop in and help you host this thing.
Oh my gosh.
And all the other shoots that I'm doing, which is totally fine with me because I love the subject.
So it's going to be pretty awesome. And I get to announce on the show today the Jane Quilting Challenge.
Oh, yes. The Jane Quilting Challenge.
All right. So I got to tell everybody what we're doing. So
okay.
If everybody remembers back a few months ago, we introduced our ready to sew quilt kits. And some of the viewers challenged me because I kept talking about how easy it was. Anybody could do it. So they said, well, we challenge you to make one. So naturally, David and Kyle kind of jumped on that bandwagon and put pressure on me. So I accepted the challenge. We videoed it. I did it and hit my goal. I did it under 4 hours and I was really proud. And then we showed the quilt to everybody and let Kyle and Lynn look at it, compare it to a professional quilter's same quilt, side by side. And they actually picked mine. So I was like thrilled to death. So now we get to do Jane's challenge. I'm sending you a quilt runner, table runner. Jane is going to quilt it. You've never quilted in your life, correct?
Listen, I'm not a quilter, and it's okay. I'm a sewist. I like to rip it apart and remake it, but I can't wait to try my hand at quilting. My mother was a fantastic quilter. So maybe it runs in my blood or something, right?
Well, it must, so I know as creative as you are, you're going to be able to do it. But however, you have to film some of here's the criteria. You have to film some of you doing the quilt. You have to time yourself, actual time. And we're going to compare how long it takes you to how long it took me. And then we're going to have a show. We're going to show everybody your little video of going through all the process. and we're going to show the finished quilt. And so we're going to have fun with this. But this is the Jane Quilting Challenge we're going to do, and I can't wait for you to do this.
I'm so totally in, Blaine. You are going to be just like, what did she do? Because I can't wait to get that kit. And then I might switch out a couple of pieces for some old t-shirts and mix them in the mix. Is that okay? Is that permissible?
You can do anything you want to do, you can do.
I love that. And Lenora, I did make my shirt. Absolutely. Of course I did.
Oh, I noticed that.
Yeah, I'm looking at, I know it's very Easter behind me, but I'm working on Easter things, which is why it's so Eastery. So I know I'm ahead of the game. Should be thinking like St. Patrick's Day, but it's okay.
Well, I got to tell you, Jane, today we have Karlie Belle from Louisiana going to be on our show. And I think you've seen Karlie's work.
I'm
She's
obsessed
incredible.
with Karlie Belle. She has no idea that I'm a stalker. I really am. I love all of her shows. Sip and Stitch, like amazing. Friday nights at 7. I'm totally sipping and watching. Her blog is amazing. Like I love this girl, and she has no idea. She's like, "What?" So, hi, Karlie. I'll be watching.
We have Karlie on the show today, and all her sip and stitch. What's it called? Squad. I knew I'd mess it up. I mess it up every time I try to say it.
Sip
so
and
it's
Stitch
her.
Squad. What a great name!
Sip and Stitch Squad are probably going to be on the show with her today, and so anyway, you may, if you get a chance today, if you're not too busy, maybe you can kind of look while you're working. I know you got a bunch of stuff you got to go do this morning, but we do. I'm so happy you popped in. They were like, Kyle says, "Hey, Jane's here in backstage, wants to come in, say hi." I was like,
that
awesome.
happened. And you know what else? I want to show you, because I think Karlie might like what I worked on for myself, and it's embroidery. So I took an old flannel, and everyone's liking the shirt that I'm wearing. So the shirt that I'm wearing is just replacing your sleeves. But I took an old flannel, and then I put this on the back. This is my new fun embroidery. And then I just put on some like blingy embellishments, and this is a piece of denim. So eventually it'll fray and it'll be so ultra rock and cool. And I love it. So I'm obsessed with like putting new things on the back of my old flannels. What do you think? You guys like it? I mean, it can be anything.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Isn't that fun?
Absolutely awesome.
I like it because it's just a cool embroidery.
So, hey, I see the Sip and Stitch squad. Sip and Stitch Squad is here. Sorry, guys. I know that I mess that up every time I try to say it. That's a hard thing to say.
It's not really Sip and Stitch Squad. It's totally
it's not
fine.
For you.
But here's the thing, like squad, I don't know, maybe you just don't have that word like embedded in your brain.
I know.
Like if you were on a dance squad or a cheerleading squad or the baton squad or like the Sip and Stitch Squad, like it's just in your head.
Well, you know what was happening? I kind of gave them a name what they didn't even know about behind the scenes. I was calling them Karlie's crew. And so I keep having crew in my head for some reason. And but anyway, I know Karlie, her Sip and Stitch Squad are strong. They come in. We're glad they are joining us today. Hey, and Jane, we're going to be talking. Guess what? I don't know if you even know this, but Monday we had the show that we actually launched the new 3600D from Brother, the combo machine. Awesome machine.
Amazing.
Karlie and I are going to talk about that a little bit today, and she's actually going to show it.
Oh, she's going to show it. I love that.
Yes.
This is a fantastic machine from Brother. Of course, it's the sewing and embroidery machine combination. It's got your LCD panel, touch screen. You're going to be able to do embroidery. The hoop is 6 by 10, I believe that is. It's got 233 embroidery. It's got stitches. It's got fonts. What a great machine. I can't wait to watch you and Karlie talk about it.
Well, thank you. We are going
to go on and on about the machine if you want me to, but I'm going to save that for Karlie.
Yeah, it's and I don't even know if you know this, but for Valentine's Day this year, I actually bought Michelle one for Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's right.
She had been wanting to learn how to. She wanted embroidery. She's like, I want to learn how to embroidery, and and I think on here I'd tell people, she took home ec on it. She actually didn't. The only time she'd ever sewn in her life, when she was real young, she was in a 4-H club. And so she's never been around sewing. And so she's like, I want to learn how to embroidery. But she goes, but I think I need to learn how to sew first. And I said, that'd probably be a good idea. So, I bought that machine. I actually took the recommendations from our brother educators out there. Louis Carney and Jerry Granada both told me how great this machine was. And I told her, I said, what are you exactly wanting to do? And she's like, I'd like to do back of, jean jackets and things. So instead of like getting her a 4x4 starter machine, or something, I just went ahead and jumped up and got her a 6x10 hoop.
Which I love. So now it's great.
She can just grow into it.
Well, for me, the hoop size matters for me. I started with the 4x6 and then I slowly went up to the 6x10. And now I just want the biggest hoop ever to put everything in, like the back of shirts and coats and jackets and things like that. And what I love about the idea of having this size of hoop, and I'm sure you and Karlie will talk about this, but when you're able to do the sewing and embroidery together, so you do the stuff for yourself, then you do the stuff for your friends and family, then you do your stuff for the kids and the school and all these other places. Then all of a sudden you're like, I think I might have a side business here. And you have a side hustle happening and you're using your brother's sewing machine.
Yep. It's exactly how it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, hey, Jane, I know you've got to run, and man, so great for you to pop in and say hi. And anyway, I'll make sure I tell Karlie that you were talking about her and that you've been stalking her. And anyway, I hope to see you really soon, but I know that you and I definitely are going to see each other on the week of March 15th through the 20th. You're going to be co-hosting with me, and we're going to try to get this big quilt fest started off right. So anyway, I hope your weather's better in Chicago than the last time I talked to you, because it was bad.
Totally sunny and beautiful here yesterday. Today it's 34 and cloudy, but that's fine. It'll be sunny again and 60 by Sunday, so we're totally fine in Chicago. Blaine, I can't wait to see you in a couple of weeks. I can't wait to do my quilt table runner and show you what I can do with my video. And thank you for having me. Have a wonderful show. Hi, everybody.
All right.
Bye,
we'll see you later. All right. Bye-bye. All right. That was an awesome surprise, everybody. Jane Klaus stopping in to see us today. It was so funny. I just talked to her on the phone. I think it was yesterday, the day before, we were talking about the Quilt Fest and everything. So I didn't realize that she was going to stop in here today. But that was pretty awesome. So, hey, we have some other news. Now, if y'all were here Monday, you heard me say Kyle wasn't here Monday. And Kyle missed Monday because he got married on Sunday. But Kyle's back today. David and Kyle's here. Kyle's back. Hey, and guess what, Kyle? We got something we're going to show everybody that you may not know what we have. David, show the picture that Kyle's new wife sent us. Look at that, everybody. Oh, isn't it a great picture? Congratulations, Kyle. So Kyle and his beautiful wife they got married Sunday, and it's a great shot of that. Y'all need to frame that picture, Kyle.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, that is a great picture. So anyway, we're real proud of Kyle and his. I love his wife. She's so nice, and so he got a good one. And anyway, congratulations to Kyle and everything, and we're glad he's back though. And but anyway, everybody's chiming in saying congratulations, Kyle. So that's a great thing. So hey guys, I think we ought to just bring Karlie Belle in, and let's talk to Karlie this morning. And we got a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about some machines, some little projects. So Karlie, how in the world are you doing this morning?
Hi, how are y'all?
We are doing fantastic. So guess who is one of your big stalkers?
I just heard, because I was watching y'all. I'm so excited.
Who knew?
So excited.
So
I know.
Is officially in your fan club and is one of your stalkers. So we need to get her a Sip and Stitch Squad logo to Jane, because I think she's officially in.
Okay. Well, I actually have one, and I was going to send you one, but now we're going to send her one too. But
awesome.
We made one. I don't know. Oh, it's way too bright. Way too bright. Can you see that?
There it is. We can see it right there.
So a few weeks ago, we did a Sip and Stitch using the persona and the cap driver. And I'm like, we need a squad logo. So this is what we made a few weeks ago. So sorry if you can't see it too good, but it's the frame of the design is an embroidery hoop. And in the sip, the eye is a wine glass, and the eye and stitch is a needle. So I thought this is fun, and she definitely needs one of these now.
That's pretty awesome. So, hey, I want to welcome all your squad that's in here today. I know a bunch of them are here, and we want to welcome them to the show. And we want to welcome you, Karlie. I know that we had a little bit of a venture, and Monday was actually, you were going to be on the show Monday, and we were going to do the launch of the 3600D. That was going to be our big launch. And at the last minute, we were scrambling around. Kyle wasn't here. We had to, move things around. And the reason we actually sent you a NQ3600D to do a review on, and she's got it now. And lo and behold, it got lost in the storm. And we didn't know where it was at. It kept showing that it was in California still, but we knew it wasn't because they put it on a train. Because what happens with these like FedEx and UPS, if people don't know out there, when it's really bad weather and their trucks can't run and things, they put them on rail so they can go through. They don't have to worry about the roads being slick and stuff. They still try to get them to their destination as quick as they can. So when they did that with your machine, we had no idea where it was at. So it showed up yesterday, and I know that you stayed up all night long learning the machine. Is that not correct?
Yes. I spoke to FedEx, and I was worried that it was going to get delivered today. And so I asked them, I said, well, how does it work? Does it go to a shipping facility and then the next morning it goes out on a truck to deliver to my house? Can I just go pick it up directly from the facility? And so they said yes. So I drove to your old stomping ground in Harahan yesterday, but they didn't have it. It was on a truck, but good thing my husband was home and we got it yesterday evening. And yes, I stayed up all night playing with it and made my girls a few things, and I love it. It's so nice.
That is awesome. So it finally got there. So we got you on today's show. This is our regular Thursday show, but it's still kind of a special show because you're on it. And I know we're going to talk a little bit about that machine. We're going to talk a little bit about, the Burnette B79, because I know that you've been testing that machine for us. Yes. And we're going to talk about the NS80, and we're going to talk about the Alliance, which is a baby lock machine. And it's exactly the same machine as the Persona. I know you have that one there. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Alliance because we do have those in stock. And I know the Personas have been kind of running behind schedule, and we've sold a ton of them. And to a lot of your crew, or your squad, I should say. And so I know that a lot of your squad has bought the Persona, but we're going to talk a little bit about the Alliance because it's exactly the same machine. Just a few little minor differences, and we've got a great package right now with it, a great bundle with the Alliance. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and then also we're going to talk a little bit about just some quick and easy little projects that you do that anybody can do for really cool things. And just to kind of give you an example, my wife, the reason she wanted to do embroidery, she basically wants to do things where she can give gifts. And I know that is a huge thing that you have done. I think that's what you kind of got started in, when it was just doing gifts for people and baby gifts and things. So, that's what Michelle's wanting to do. She's wanting to, just use it to give, make things for people. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today, right?
Yes, definitely.
All right. So everybody, we're going to talk a little bit about the 3600D because I know Karlie's excited about it. I'm super excited about it. That's the machine I bought Michelle. This thing, we launched it Monday. It can now be sold online. There it is. Y'all see this? This is a awesome sewing and embroidery machine. It's $34.99 shipped right to your door. And it comes with the Disney thread kit. We're throwing in the Disney thread kit with it. And we also have another little free gift that comes with it. We just can't tell you what that is. You have to call in to see what the other gift is. But I can give you a hint. You use your foot with it. That's all I can say, Karlie. Right? So, if everybody can figure that out, don't say it. If you even figure it out, don't put it on air, but don't type it on the screen. But you do get another free gift that we're throwing in better. So, Karlie, So tell us a little bit about your experience with the 3600. I know you just got that thing in, and I know because it's brother technology, it was a little easier for you just to jump in and start in on it immediately because, you know, that's one great thing about brother. A lot of their technology and their interface is the same on most of the machines. So if you kind of learn that, you pretty much can work on almost all of them, correct?
Yes, it is very user-friendly and across the board, whether it's a flatbed machine or a free-on machine like the Persona or the multi-needles. The interface is consistent throughout. So once it's very easy to learn to start off with, and then once you know it, you can go from machine to machine, you know, whether you're upgrading or you know, helping a friend use their machine. It's super easy to just start stitching right away.
So that's awesome. So what are you going to show us this morning with the 3600D? That's what I'm excited about.
So first off, super excited that it is a Disney brother machine, and it comes preloaded with some adorable Disney designs. So I have two little girls. They love everything Disney. They actually had Disney Day at school, so I made a shirt for my oldest daughter, Abigail, that she wore to school today, so I don't have it to show you. But my youngest daughter, I made her one because hopefully we'll maybe get to go to Disney World this summer. We will see. But I stitched a little Minnie Mouse for her, kind of in like the pocket area of her little toddler shirt. So this was the first thing that I made last night when I got it up and running, was to play with the Disney designs. So that is really nice. And then I just have a bunch of things I wanted to show you that I've made previously, but that all can be done very easily on this machine. So my first machine that I had is an older model brother, the PE770, which is discontinued, but now they have the PE800. And that's a machine I think that most people start off with that are interested in embroidery, whether it be a 4x4 machine or the PE800 is a 5x7 machine. And it usually does not take long for them to want to upgrade to something bigger after they have started using the machine and learn how to use it. And that's where I think, and I understand why all the brother educators told you that this was their favorite machine, because it's so nice. And it really could be, you buy this and you may not need to upgrade to anything later because it does so much and it has such a large embroidery field and the features on it are so nice. And I am a, let's see, what's the word? A very minimal seamstress. I'm trying to learn how to sew. I do very, very simple things. I'm hoping to learn some more things from Miss Jane Klaus. But the cool thing about this machine is that it is a combo machine. So it is not only all the wonderful features on the embroidery side, but it's also a really, really nice sewing machine. So I can definitely understand why everyone recommended for you to get this machine for your wife for Valentine's Day.
Well, you know, Karlie, I want to kind of remind everybody at home too. Dave, if we can put that overlay up there, I want to show everybody this machine again. And I want to tell y'all a little bit of the features of this thing. You know, and Karlie, you may have not know this yourself because you just got it. But this, you know, what impressed me about this machine, guys, it has 291 built-in stitches. You know, it has the 10 styles of one-step auto button hose. It has 5 sewing lettering fonts, 233 built-in embroidery designs. And, you know, and 35 of those are the Disney characters. And it has 140 frame pattern combinations, 11 embroidery fonts. This thing, you know, it has the 6x10 embroidery area, has a 4.8-inch color LCD touch display. You know, and I got to tell y'all the funny thing that about this machine. So it has a needle threader, automatic needle threader on it. And I kind of learned a while back, I had trouble threading the needle one time. It would never thread. And somebody says, well, you know, there's a little mark on the hand wheel. You line up with another mark and that makes sure your needle's in the perfect position and it'll do it. So here I've been, every time I was trying to help my wife, I was like, okay, you got to turn this wheel, and I'd get up and look and make sure it was lined up. Well, I think it was, I can't remember now who, my service tech, Felix, told me, says, all you got to do is hit the needle down, needle up and a button, and it lines it up automatically. You don't even have to look. I was like, well, so here I've been jumping up, looking every time at the side of the machine and didn't have to. So anyway, I learned that. But this machine is so awesome. And, what I'm impressed, Karlie, is so much with this thing is how daggum quiet this thing is. I mean, it is so quiet. You can't hardly even hear it running when you're sewing on it. And so, one of the things, guys, too, if you're into quilting, this is a great machine for it because it actually has stippling stitches built in that you can even do stippling. You can do a lot of cool things with your sewing. And so that's one of the things that, I like about it. It has the automatic thread cutter as well. It cuts the jump stitches when you're doing the embroidery. And so all these features this thing has are things that are in high-end machines that you would find in these, over $10,000 combo machines. And, this one shipped free right to your door for $34.99. It's going to come with the Disney thread kit that we're going to throw in for free. And you're getting that special gift that I'm giving that I can't tell you what it is, but it's something that helps you use your foot. And that's all I can say, Karlie.
I don't know.
So,
maybe I'm thinking too hard, but I can't figure it out.
you can't figure it out? All right. I'm not doing a very good clues today because sometimes I'm pretty good at these clues. So, as you know, if you don't want to hit the button on your machine to start it, there's another means that you can do something. It comes with the foot controller you plug in, and you can start it and stop it. So I'm going to give you something in addition to that kind of does the same type thing.
Okay.
Is that a pretty good clue?
Yeah, I think I know.
But it does more.
Oh, okay. I saw a few questions in the comments while we were talking about the machine, asking about the hoops. So I wanted to quickly show y'all that the machine comes with 2 hoops. It comes with and this is also something I can attest to for the upgrade of this from the PE800, but this comes with a 6x10 hoop, which to me is humongous. And then the 5x7 hoop, which is what I'm more used to on my smaller machine. And then there are optional hoops that you can add on as accessories, which is like the 4x4 and the 2x3. But a really cool one I saw that you can get with this machine that wasn't available with my older model is a 6x6 hoop. So I think that's a really great size for a lot of projects. I think also including quilting, that can make really nice quilt blocks with a 6x6 hoop if you're making a smaller quilt. So those are the hoops that come with the machine. And also from my experience going from a PE800 type machine to this, the quality of the hoops and the way that they go onto the machine is really cool in my eyes, because with the PE800, it is on a bracket system where the hoop has to sit down on 2 little pegs on the embroidery arm to snap into place when you're using it. Whereas these, and that can sometimes be troublesome depending, my hoops are finicky, sometimes they don't want to snap on correctly. I really have to make sure they're on right before I start stitching so that the hoop doesn't actually come out on accident. But with these, that would never be a problem because they slide in, and you can see the bar here, and they slide right into the embroidery arm. Get this out of the way. And it's also nice that, you can't see what I'm doing. So it slides right in and latches, so there's no chance that it could the hoop can come out or undone and mess up your project. But I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Blaine, but I think there's some sort of sensor in the hoops as well that tells the machine what size hoop you have on it, whereas on like the PE800, it doesn't know what size hoop you have on. It's the bracket system, so you have to make sure that your design is placed in the correct area.
You are correct, Karlie. It does. And that's one of the things I was talking about you know, this machine packs in some of those features that you only find on those high-end, you know, top of the line machines. And that's why I think, you know, the brother educators were telling me they just love this machine, because it's, you know, you're getting for you know, $3,500 basically, you're getting a $10,000, you know, type machine. And so that, I think that's why they're such a big fan of it. And you know, the machine is not just, I mean, it's a medium-sized machine. It's not small and compact by no means, but it's really not heavy. It's very easily for somebody to be able to pick it up and move it around, especially with the embroidery arm off of it. And so that's, I think, why it makes it so popular for everybody. And I'm telling you, I was impressed with it. You know, I helped Michelle, you know, we unboxed it together and I helped her take it out and everything. And just the way it was boxed. Now, I'm sure you did that last night. So I was so impressed by, I mean, there was a lot of engineering put into this just by the foam and the box and the way they had everything packed in there. I was so impressed with it.
I was too. I really liked, so I've done a few unboxings now, and brother is definitely the engineering that goes into how the accessories fit into the foam and everything is really cool. But I was really impressed with opening the box. And I mean, because, you know, obviously mine went to several places in its shipping experience, but it's very well packaged, very secure, and very easy to pull out and know what exactly everything is and where it goes. The embroidery arm was in its own separate box inside. And I believe inside the embroidery arm, it came with bobbin thread and I think the accessories case. And then the machine itself was within another box, again, wrapped in styrofoam with the hoops and the core of the machine itself. So it was very well done as far as the packaging goes.
Yeah, you know, when you see things like that, especially, you know, when you're selling them, it gives you that confidence to know that if we ship this out, you know, it's you know, 99.9% chance that it's going to arrive at that customer's house, you know, perfect condition. And that's why, you know, I was really impressed with that. And, you know, I've opened up a ton of machines as well. You know, we've done a lot of unboxing and opened up machines. And, you know, you can look from the, you know, different manufacturers, how they do certain things. And that's one thing I noticed about Brother. They do a great job of that packaging. But when you get up to those mid-range machines and the higher end machines, they really put a lot of thought into how they package them and stuff. Because I'm telling you, again, like you're saying, I was so blown away by the quality of just the packaging and how they put it in there. And so, you know, that thing could probably be dropped from a building, not going to hurt it. So, but anyway, I'm super excited that you got your machine in and you're going to get to start testing it and doing some really cool things with it. And, but I know that, you know, we sent you another machine as well. And we sent you that Burnette B79 because, and tell us the reason why you wanted to test this machine.
So before Monday, Brothers, the 3600 D was not available. And I have a lot of people in the Sip and Stitch squad that are starting off with a 4x4 machine and a 5x7 PE 800 machine, or even just starting out and know that those two machines are quickly outgrown and want to look into step into something a little bit nicer and a little bit larger right off the bat. And I also have a lot of Bernina fans in the group. And so Bernina released the Burnette line, and they have a 6x10 embroidery machine and a sewing embroidery combination machine. So that's why I really wanted to try out the Burnette B79. And also the fact that I've been working with Brother for so long, I really wanted to learn a new interface and a new layout so that when I help people for Sip and Stitch and for other tutorials that I do, that I can answer a lot of questions, that I can help them no matter what brand or interface of machine that they're using.
Well, you know, I'm glad you're doing that because, you know, we get questions all the time too about, you know, what's the biggest differences between the machines. And, you know, I know that B79 has just been a really big seller for us. And, you know, because that 6x10 hoop size and people are wanting a combo machine. And if we could, David, could we pull up that overlay on that machine? I wanted to show everybody this machine. Now, we do have these in stock as well, everyone. I know the quantities are getting low on this because we started out with a bunch of them, and in just last month, I don't remember how many we sold, but we had a bunch of them. And that thing, I think we're down probably under 15 machines, and that we have left right now. Can we pull even the website up, David? Or no, it's the B79 Burnette. Oh, there it is. Yeah. All right, so everybody can see that, the B79. This thing is a great machine as well. It's $19.99, ships right to your door for free, and I think right now we have less than 15 in stock, if I remember correctly. Is that correct, Kyle? Okay, and this thing has been one of our most popular machines in the Burnette and Bernina line that we've been selling, and we have just sold tons of these machines this year. And so the quality, and I mean, Karlie, you can probably speak to that. I know that you didn't know the technology, the interface whatsoever, and you said, hey, I want to test one of these, and because I have tons of questions, and I know that you wanted to be able to answer those questions. So I sent you one out there, and I know that you were telling me a little bit about your experience. So if you would share what you shared with me with everybody that's watching today.
Yes, so the machine, it's definitely, it took me a minute to switch because I'm so, into Brother and have used the Brother interface for so long. But Burnette has a few videos. I think they're on the Sewing Machines Plus website and on their website that really helped me learn the process of using it. Also, that was before this, and which helped me with this machine. That was the first time I had used a sewing embroidery combo and had to go through the motion of changing out the embroidery arm and put it, installing it, and then also changing out the presser foot for the embroidery presser foot. And so those little motions helped me to learn some new things. But the machine itself, it's a really cool interface. I really like some of the features of those multi-use knobs, I think is what they're called. They have two of them on the outside of the machine. And so one of the questions we get all the time is, I'm doing a design and it messed up and I need to back up stitches. And so every brand's machine will have a different way of using it. But I like the Burnette's because it just uses those multi-use knobs, and you literally just turn the knob and it backs up individual stitches. So you can see the needle go and get right where you want it to be and restart your stitching.
Karlie, I got to tell you a quick little story too. We do a lot of stitch testing and different things, and I'm not going to tell you the brands, but we put this B79 up in the embroidery mode. We put it up against two other very well-known machines, and we actually did the exact same stitch, or the same design. We imported the embroidery design in all three machines, and we used the same thread, same stabilizer, same fabric, and we stitched them all out. And we let people look at the stitches, and then we said, pick which one is the best. Mm-hmm. Overwhelmingly, the Burnette won. And the reason it won is because I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but if you look at the bottom of the stitches, when it embroideries, the inside is as good as the top. And that was what was impressive to people, is it was just so clean and such a tight embroidery in the stitching on the top and bottom. And which I know people are not seeing that bottom, but I guess that just, that they saw that and that was just impressive to them. And that was the reason they picked it. So that was one of the things I've noticed about the Burnette. The stitch quality is really, really high for that price point of a machine.
Yeah, actually, I mean, the back tells you a lot. So it tells you the tension of the bobbin and that everything is working correctly with it. And I actually have a little test sample I did from the B79 here on some cutaway stabilizer. And yes, that you can see that the stitch quality is really good. And this is I really like, this is one of the built-in fonts on the machine. And I really like this style of font. So I just stitched my name on it the other day just to try it out. But
I know that Denise is saying it does stitch beautifully. So if y'all do have a B79 out there, hey, chime in and let us know how what you think about it. And hey, I would like to know what everybody's using. If you are just a sewer, let us know what kind of sewing machine you're using. And if you are if you embroidery as well, let us know what kind of embroidery machine that you're using as well. I'd love to, see what people are using out there. And, that's one of the things that, Karen's saying, oh, it has good, good tension. It does. That's one of the things that I've heard a lot from sewers on the Burnette, especially that B79, is they're talking about how good the tension is on it and how good it stays. You don't have to really do much adjustment at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of my things. A lot of questions we get in the group is that something they're just starting out, they're just stitching, and they're seeing the bobbin thread on top. And most of the time, I tell them the machines are the manufacturer's setting for the tension is usually spot on, and that if you're having tension issues, check your stabilizer, check your thread, check the threading. On machines that have a built-in thread holder. Sometimes the spool, depending on the type of thread you're using and the size of the spool, it doesn't always feed off of the machine correctly. So using a thread stand on the side of the machine and having the thread feed in a little bit more evenly helps with tension issues. So usually, Brothers, Burnett's, the tension set on the machine is usually spot on.
I'm just watching all the machines that Kyle's popping up that people are commenting on, and I mean you're seeing Viking, Janome, you're seeing Brother Luminaires, you're seeing Baby Locks, in Bernina 880s, and so I just love seeing all the different things that people have because it's and that's the great thing about now, nowadays. Used to, there might have been a manufacturer that, they would go, oh, their quality is a lot better than the other ones. Nowadays, I'm telling you, it's like every manufacturer's quality. It's almost like automobiles. You can't hardly buy a bad machine. I mean, you really can't anymore. It's all of them are so good. And I think it just kind of comes down to, what you've been used to doing. Like you were talking about, you were used to that Brother interface. So it makes it easier on you to go to a different machine. But all the interfaces, if you're used to that technology, it's actually very easy. They're all pretty easy to use nowadays. And so that's one of the things. And the quality on all of them are just so good. I mean, if you see behind me, I've got a Viking or a Viking over here. I think I got a Viking over here behind my shoulder. I have a Janome over here, and I got a couple Brother machines. And, we sell every brand. And the reason we do is because we have confidence that everything that we sell is of great quality, and that's one of the things that we can be proud of. And I know all of our team here, have a lot of confidence in everything they sell because of that good quality. So as you can see, there's a lot of different machines that people have out there, and I don't think you can beat any of them. They're all so good. So I know Karlie, the B79 has been probably a big surprise to you. And you really, you were you didn't know what to think about it when we were talking. And I know that, since then you've kind of like, hey, this is a really good machine. So, one of the other machines that we talk about, and you and I've talked about this too, is the NS80. That's the Brother NS80. And, we had that we kind of put the poll out there telling people, do you want a combo machine or do you want your embroidery and sewing separate? And I know that you and I have talked about this on one of our shows before, and I would like everybody else to chime in too. Tell us, do you prefer a combo machine or do you prefer your embroidery and your sewing to be separate? Because the NS80 is a really great sewing machine and very well, very, very priced. As you can see it right there, it's $4.99 shipped free to your door. And this thing comes with the embellishment feet. Does it come with it?
Right.
Yeah. So I think it comes with 5 embellishment feet we're going to throw in for free and send that out. But the thing that, Karlie, what makes this machine so popular, and I really do think, I think a lot of quilters buy this machine because of the portability and they can take it to their retreats. And, it's extremely lightweight. It's easy to carry. But again, it's still, I don't know. I'm still kind of wanting to know that answer from everybody. Do you want a separate sewing machine or do you want a combo machine? What do you want? Because, I guess if you're not in embroidery, you probably are going to be okay with any kind of sewing machine. And Miss Alabama said she likes a combo. So, Gloria likes them separate. So, and April said, I prefer sewing and embroidery separate. Wendy, separate. Everybody's separate. So, yeah. So everybody, it's just that personal preference. And I think, again, tell us why y'all like them separate. That was kind of one of the things I wanted to know is why do you like your machine separately? Is it because you could be doing a project on sewing while you have something embroidery in, or is it the portability of where you can take that sewing machine to a retreat very easily, or take it on vacation or to the camp? I just kind of like to know. So, Karlie, what's your feelings about that?
So for me personally, and I am very lucky that I have a room dedicated to my crafting. So I have the space to have two separate machines. However, before I made this into a craft room, I was working on my dining room table. So it really depends on your situation, as you were saying. So now that I have been crafting a while, I prefer them to be separate so that I can do exactly as you said. I can have something stitching on the embroidery machine, and then sometimes I make masks for me and my girls like cute little embroidered things on their mask. So I can have the piece of the mask pattern on the hoop and stitching, and then if I finished one, I can be sewing the other mask while the next one is embroidering. So you can multitask that way. Also, if you're one that has limited time, and my kids are constantly like, Mom, I need you to fix this, this strap came undone, or there's a hole here, or something like that. My sewing machine is set up on my table, and I can quickly just turn it on, fix what they need and go. And if I would have the embroidery unit on, it would be a whole process of changing it out and all of that. So personal preference, me, I like them separate, but again, I'm blessed that I have a nice room to keep them in and have a table that I can have them set out at.
I guess you're right. I guess there's some factors that do come into play when you're talking about that, because, if somebody has the room, I guess, it would be better to have separate machines so you could do a lot more things at the same time. But I guess if you're limited on space, then a combo machine would be really perfect for you. So I could see both sides, but I've always wondered that because, I get asked that questions all the time. People will say, well, what's the best machine? Should I get a combo? Should I get two separate machines? And I've always been kind of like, I really don't know. I guess, I don't know what would be the best. And I guess you kind of explained it the best. It's just, based on everybody's need and the room they have and what they're wanting to do.
Another thing to think about too is a lot of people that sew think about getting into embroidery, but they're really not sure. And if they're in the market for a new sewing machine, and if they have the opportunity to go ahead and buy that combo, and so that, hey, I can try this out. And, if they bought it for the sewing features, but the ability to try out the embroidery features, and then if they love it, they can upgrade to another embroidery machine later, or something bigger, and still have that wonderful sewing machine if they have the room to expand like that. But it's really nice in that someone that's not quite sure they want to get into embroidery to have that combo, because they know they're going to use the sewing part and then try the embroidery when they are ready for it.
If anybody out there has one of those NS80s, tell us what your favorite feature is on it and how you're using it. I'd like to know that as well, because there it is. This is a great price, $499. It's free shipping right to your door. And it's going to come with that. We're going to throw that come with it, and so that little kit, and so it's a great machine for traveling and doing things with it. And I guess if you wanted a separate machine, now, that was one of the things when I know, my wife, Michelle, she was, talking about, she wanted to get a sewing machine, and she just kept saying, I'd like to get a sewing machine. And I said, well, what do you want to do? She goes, well, I want to embroidery some jean jackets, the back of jackets, and I want to make some gifts and little things for people as gifts. And I said, well, you need an embroidery machine. And so, I said, well, what are you going to be doing? She goes, well, I want to, embroidery things. She goes, but I need to learn how to sew first. So that, to me, I was like, okay, she's going to have a combo machine because she wants to be able to do sew and embroidery, but she's going to mostly be doing embroidery. So, that was the biggest reason I picked out that, the 3600D is because I wanted her to be able to do a 6x10 size embroidery field. So that kind of led my decision for that. But, I can understand why people would want something separate. Now, that kind of leads me into my next machine. So, I know, Karlie, you have the PSR 100 Persona, that you absolutely love that machine. And when you got it, and, it's a one needle machine that has 4 thread spools on it. And so it's actually very easy to change the thread. You just tie, one off, you cut your thread, tie the new color off, and just pull it through, and you have it threaded pretty fast. And it can do a lot of different things. I mean, we have a guy, Jerry Granada, actually does free motion quilting. They have a free motion table that you can buy to put on it, and he does quilting on that machine. Mm-hmm. So, which I know that's a great machine. But today we're going to talk a little bit about basically the same machine that Baby Lock has. It's exactly like the PSR 100. It's the Alliance. And right now, Baby Lock has an incredible bundle with the Alliance that you're going to get some thread, you're going to get some stabilizer, and a few things with this. So tell me what your favorite feature of the Persona is.
I love the free arm. The free arm is a game changer. Coming from someone that, only worked with flatbed machines, the free arm is awesome. And then I was coming from the PE 770, the 5x7 machine. So I got to go up to an 8x8 hoop. And as a mom of little girls that are no longer babies anymore, and they're becoming big girls, that larger embroidery field was really key for me making them cute shirts and items to wear, and have now, the field actually fill up their shirt and not look so tiny on it. So the free arm is amazing, and the ability to stitch hats and structured hats using the cap driver is amazing. And I love the Durkee easy frames that can go with the machine. It makes hooping so much easier, especially for doing kids clothing or adult clothing, and that you can float the item right onto the hoop. And with that free arm, the garment can just hang underneath it, and it stitches out so pretty.
Well, so on that, Alliance, and that's one thing I want to tell everybody too, is, everything's interchangeable between the Alliance and the Persona. So, if you wanted to, if there's one feature you see on that is offered on one, you can get it and put it on the other one. So that's the great thing about those two machines. And I know, the Personas, like I said the first of the show, Personas have been really hard to get. We've been, we get them in, and about every 2 or 3 weeks we get a shipment in, and we'll get 30 or 40 of them, and we sell them out in a week. And I know that a lot of your Sip and Stitch squad it's purchased a bunch of them too. And so, I really appreciate everybody's patience. They've been waiting on those machines. But right now, Karlie, I have 10 of the Alliance in stock, and those are kind of been the same way. As soon as we get those Alliance in, we sell them out immediately. We just got these in, I think it was the day before yesterday, or yesterday, I can't remember now. We got them in this week. And so they go extremely fast as well. So, and that's why I always tell people, if whether you want a Persona or Alliance, either one are the same machine, and all the accessories will work on each one of them. So, I wouldn't hesitate to buy either one of these, because they're going to perform exactly the same. And now that we have these in stock, if you've been wanting a brother, you could not have to wait and go ahead and get the Baby Lock. But the bundle, we have a great bundle. Can we go to the website, David, and pull up that? I want to show everybody that bundle. If we could go to our website, and everybody could see that bundle that we have with it. and David's pulling it up. And I know, Karlie, there's a lot of accessories to that PRS 100, and I know that you have that tubular table arm. And if you could, and they have that Durkee frame that you can do the split design. If you could talk a little bit about that with everybody, I think you could probably even show it and how you've used it as well.
Yes. So I have the Durkee. So as I was saying, the Persona and the Alliance has an 8x8 embroidery field. However, Durkee released this awesome hoop that is 8x14. And this is going to work on both machines. I kind of think of the machines as sisters, like they are almost twins. They are almost identical. And everything that I do on my machine is the same, would be the same for the Alliance. So this is the 8x14 Durkee sturdy frame, and this is a multi-positionable frame. So what you will do is you will slide this onto the machine. It will stitch out an 8x8 field, and then you turn the machine, you turn the hoop and slide in the machine, and it will stitch out the other 8x8 field. Now you will need software in order to split that design, but it's kind of the same process. If you're familiar with the PE 800, how we have the 5x12 hoop for that machine, and the Embroidery software or PE design can seamlessly split the design for you so that it stitches out and you can't even tell. And then this is the tubular support table. So because that hoop is so large, it pokes out really far past the free arm of the machine. So this fits onto it and pulls out and helps support that large frame coming out from your machine. So this is an accessory that you're going to need with that. And this, again, works on the Persona and the Alliance.
Karlie, too, and you mentioned the software now. Brother has the PE Design 11. The Baby Lock offers the Palette 11. And either one of those, if you already have that software, this will work on this machine to split that design so you can actually use that Durkee hoop to do the 8x14, which is a game changer to me for that machine. I mean, that would make it where you could do some huge backs of jackets and wall hangings and different things you could embroidery with that. I mean, that just makes it big time different, doesn't it?
Yes, it puts it on the same playing field, minus the needles as the multi-needle machine. Like it really, it puts it on the same, and they can play in the same game together. All it is then is just changing threads, but the field is just as large as multi-needles, if not bigger.
Yeah, and it puts it on the same playing field for about half the price. So that's the exciting thing about it. So either one, you can get the Persona or the Baby Lock Alliance. They're $49.99, shipped free right to your door. We do have the Alliance in stock right now. We have 10 of them that came in that we're shipping. If we haven't, we may have sold some today already. I don't know. This thing goes pretty quick. But we started out with 10 of them. And I know right now we have a waiting list on the Persona. And a bunch of people have already pre-ordered that as well. And they're just waiting on those to come in. So either one of these machines, I'm telling you, great machines. And, Karlie, you've always talked about, that tubular table arm. You've talked about the split design with that Durkee hoop and making it an 8x14. But one of the things that, you and I really haven't talked a lot about, but, Jerry Granada was on our Brother showcase that we did on the 15th. And he demonstrated that, that free motion table that comes with it. And he does a lot of
amazing
quilting. Oh my gosh, I saw some of the quilts that he did on the Persona. So even if somebody wanted to get into quilting, and let's just say that you've been sewing, you've been doing embroidery, but you wanted to get into quilting, you could actually get into quilting with free motion just on this machine only. You could use this to do all free motion quilting, because Jerry did some quilts that were just unbelievable, how awesome they looked, and he did them all on that machine.
Yes, what's nice with that, with both the Persona and the Alliance, is that 8x8 field is great for quilt blocks. If you want to have some embroidered applique designs for each quilt block, I've had some people in my group that have made beautiful baby quilts, and each block is a different adorable animal that's been appliqued and then sewn the quilt together, and then you can use the machine as the free motion quilter and then add your backing and your binding and you're done.
You know, that's exactly right. So when are you getting your free motion table?
I need to get one so I can play with y'all for the Quilt Fest.
There you go. So, you know, it's you know, and that's the thing I love about this machine is the versatility of all the different things that you can actually do with it. You know, not only just embroidery. You know, I always called it, I mean, ever since this machine came out, I said it's the premier hat machine in America, because I just love, you know, you could put that hat cap equipment on there. It was easy to hoop it up. You could put it on there and do all your hats very easily. And then, you know, now they've got that new border. Is it called is it a border? What's that frame called?
For the hats?
Yeah, I remember the hat.
It was something brim. I think it was I can't remember.
Yeah, the brim hat, the brim frame. Was it called the brim frame, Kyle?
Maybe that's it.
Sure on that one.
Anyway, that came out that new frame that actually you can get like a few millimeters right from the base of the cap, the bill.
Right. Because like this was done with the regular cap frame for the persona. And I'd say maybe it's about an inch, you know, from the bottom. It still looks great. But if you have a tall design and you really need to get it as close to the brim as possible, that new cap driver looks amazing, and that it would work really well with those kinds of designs.
So Kyle found out it's called the flat brim cap frame.
Right. Because what it's doing is when the hat is stitching, so look at it this way, and here's the needle. The head of the machine is here. So the brim is keeping the needle from moving closer to this seam right here where the brim comes out, because this is hitting the head. And with that new driver, I believe it is able to hoop the hat to where this brim is pushed down a little bit flatter, not messing up the integrity of the hat, so you still can do a structured hat, but that it allows the needle to get a little bit closer to this seam right here, and the brim of the hat is not hitting the back of the head of the machine.
You know, and you know, we have a package also too. If you know, if somebody already has their persona and they're looking at doing that split design with the software, we have a great package online that we can sell. We can't sell the software separately, but we can sell it with that, Durkee 8x14 frame. And I'm not sure, I don't think we can sell the flat brim cap frame online yet. I think you have to call in our 800 number, and they can tell you where you can get it. But if you call in, we can help you find one of those, and we can direct you to the nearest dealer to get one of those. But give us a call; they can help you out online for that. And that's the thing is there's quite a few accessories that you can get for the Alliance and the Persona. But David, if we could, let's pull up that web page where the Alliance is, and I want to tell everybody where they can see that bundle. So if y'all can look at that bundle, you're getting the Durkee hoop set with it, the Baby Lock Unlimited stabilizer kit. You're getting the Madeira thread kit. You're getting the 12 bobbin set, and you're getting I think it's the universal needles. Yeah, there you go. And I knew you get the universal needles, and then you're getting a 60-day trial of Baby Lock's online classes. And so you can go and take that trial, and then if you like those, they actually have an option where you can even sign up to do more of them. I think you have to pay for the extra ones, but great bundle. And this is actually the best bundle that we've had on the Baby Lock Alliance since we've been started selling them. It's about a $600 value that you can get, and so we highly recommend to this machine as well. I know we've sold a ton of the Personas, but we've sold as equally amount of the Alliances, and it's the same machine, so everybody can be pretty confident in either one that they get. So Karlie, what is some easy, I know we've talked a lot about machines, so what are some easy, very quick little projects, embroidery projects that people can do? And I know that you've been one of those big gift givers. You do a lot of things, and that's what I was telling my wife. I said, maybe we need to let you talk to Karlie, because she has done those things for a long time about she makes little things for, you know, to give people when they have baby, you know, baby clothes. You give, you know, I know, you know, you tell me about all these things you've made, and you know, I think that is so awesome. And I know that's what Michelle's wanting to do, just do it for giveaways. So what are some things that are quick and easy little things that people can do?
So baby gifts are always, you know, top for me. I mean, that's what opened up my eyes to embroidery, was when I was having my baby shower for Abigail, 9 years ago. I got beautiful little blankets and bibs. And even if it was a simple, like, what do they call the little lovey blankets that has like a little stuffed animal and the soft minky blanket attached to it, and just had her name embroidered on it. And, you know, you can just put that on the machine and use one of the preloaded fonts and stitch out a baby's name. Like, that means so much to a mom. And so that's what got me started. And so now whenever I have family or friends that are having babies, I always try to make them a cute little set of a onesie, a bib, and a burp cloth. And it can be something super simple with an applique of the first letter of their name, and then stitching across the full name on top of that is my go-to design that usually everyone likes. And with applique, there's so much fabric that could make the same design look different on every garment that you stitch it on. So also baby gowns are really sweet and popular. So this is the baby gown I made for my daughter when she was born. And I'm sorry if it's so bright that it's hard to see, but this is an applique of Elise's name down the baby gown. And this is a great project for that 6x10 hoop that comes with this machine. And that you can do that long piece. And these baby gowns unzip, so they're really easy to just float onto some stabilizer and stitch out. Other gifts, let's see, here's, this is Elise's, you know, holidays. Kids like to wear different, I'm bad, I make my kids a shirt for every holiday, even though they only wear the shirt a few times. They look cute wearing it. So this is St. Patrick's Day. We have Mardi Gras, Christmas, Easter. I'm working actually tomorrow night, Sip and Stitch will be doing an Easter shirt for Elise. But those are things. And then teacher. So if you have your baby, you know, all your family and friends having babies. I have school-age children, so I have teacher presents that I'm giving. So this past Christmas, I made the teachers this is a traditional wooden embroidery hoop, but I stitched out a little kind of cute figure of the teacher holding an apple, and then I put Miss, you know, Washington, Miss, you know, whoever, all the different teachers as a kind of little. I did it in a 5-inch hoop, so they can actually be like a Christmas ornament, or they can hang it on the wall in their classroom and put a cute little bow at the top. And then on the inside of the teacher gifts, I embroidered a piece of felt, and it said "From Elise, December 2020," so that they would remember what student gave them that. And then I have this for Elise's teacher. I'm gonna give her for Teacher Appreciation Week. I made this cute little banner. And then this is all done on felt, and this is a cute little school supply font that I found, and it's just all thread, and it just stitched on here, and I just cut the you can cut the felt out if you have an electronic cutting machine like the Brothers Scan and Cut or other, or you can just cut it with scissors and just float it onto the hoop and stitch it right out. So I would say the best project for a beginner, if you're just starting out and you want to make something for yourself or for someone that just got a new house and you need a housewarming present, towels. Towels are super easy to stitch. The designs are usually simple and can be, you know, just one color thread. And so really you're just putting it on the hoop and letting the machine do the rest. So towels are also a really good beginner project and make great gifts for housewarming.
You know, Karlie, one of the things I was telling my wife about was the towels. You know, that how cool that is. And I saw one that I really thought was pretty awesome. It was they took a towel and they did I guess a monogram, their initials on it, and everything around the initial was embroidered and pulled it down the same colors as the towel. And then the initial was part of the towel that kind of stuck up, and it gave it the really unique look. And I thought that was so cool and so creative, whoever did that.
Yes.
And you're right. That's such a good gift.
So that's my go-to gift for wedding presents. So we did a sip and stitch last fall using that. So it can either be called a knockdown stitch or an embossed embroidery design.
Okay.
And you can get the knockdown stitch can be done in different types of software. I like to use Embroidery Enthusiast, to where I can create a name or a monogram, and then the program will automatically create the knockdown stitch around it to fit it customized to that monogram. And then they have places that sell like an alphabet, so you can get a B or a K and have all the towel look like it's stitched down around it, and the K or the whatever letter be fluffy from the towel. So those are really good projects. And yes, those are my go-to wedding presents. I usually do a Mr. and a Mrs. bath towel, and then a hand towel with the couple's monogram.
Well, that's a great idea. So you're telling me that it wasn't just regular embroidery. You're actually doing some sort of knockdown stitch to press that towel down when they're doing the embroidery.
Yeah, it's all incorporated into the embroidery design. So the machine still is doing everything for you. It's all within, that's a type of stitch almost, just like you have a satin stitch and a beam stitch. The knockdown stitch is a form of stitching that the embroidery machine does.
Yeah, I really like that idea, because the ones I saw, I mean, it looked like these high-end towels that somebody paid a lot of money for. They look so classy looking. And I thought, man, what a great idea that was. And I knew somebody did it, as a project. So, that's the great thing about this. I guess your imagination can just go wild. You can do anything you wanted to do as far as embroidery and come up with projects for. Where would somebody, where can you find like just really quick and easy projects and things like that? Where would you look to go find things like that for ideas?
Pinterest is great. I have a bunch of, there are websites that sell embroidery designs that you can go and kind of browse and see what they have, and then, put your own twist on it as far as what color threads you use and what color kind of applique fabrics you make, so that you can make the same design look different everywhere. But Pinterest is a great place to start, and Etsy. You can go and look and see what people have made and kind of get ideas from there.
Well, that's really good. Now I know to find you, they can just go to your website, right? Is it just KarlieBelle.com?
Yes.
And KarlieBelle.com, and then on there you have all the links to get to your YouTube page, to your Facebook page. And then I know you have, the Sip and Stitch squad has its own like group page. Is that correct, on Facebook?
Yes. So we have on my website, we have a Sip and Stitch section, and that's what we call the homepage for Sip and Stitch. And that's where you're going to find all the information of what project we're doing next. Then you can scroll down and see the previous projects that we've done. And I always include, what the project is and what supplies you need to complete those projects. And like if I'm doing a certain design, where did I get that design from, so that if you wanted to try it out, you can get it too. Then also we have the Facebook group, and there's a link for that on the website as well. You'll see the little icon that says, Karlie Belle's Facebook group. And there is a wonderful community of people that, range everywhere from haven't bought a machine, but researching to see, if this is something they want to get into, and if so, what kind of machine they should buy, to people that have multiple multi-needle machines and run small home businesses. And so we have a whole, variety of people that have been doing it for years or are just starting out, and everyone is so helpful, and it's so nice to see everyone post all the things that they make, and you just get to see, and that's another great place for inspiration, is that we see what everyone is making in the group. And so that sparks our creativity to want to make more things as well.
Well, that's awesome. And so I encourage everybody to go, visit Karlie's website and go check out those groups. And I know that you have some moderators that help you on your Friday show. Is that correct?
Yes, I call them my BEFs, my best embroidery friends. I actually, so it's Miss Carol and Brenda, who are friends that I've made through Facebook. Like, they were one of the first people that joined my group. And we've just become great friends, just being in the group and talking to one another. And then I have my best friend since I'm in 4th grade, Con. She helps moderate the YouTube channel too. And I love her to death. She is like cheering me on the whole time. She does not own a sewing machine. She does not own an embroidery machine, but she is all into it because she watches us so much. But I had the awesome opportunity to actually, so Carol and Brenda, I've met through Facebook, but I got to meet Carol in person. We drove through Florida a couple weeks ago, and that's where she lives. And so we stopped and got to meet her and say hi. So that was really fun.
Well, that's awesome. I tell you, so, that's what really helps people is when you can belong to those groups and share ideas and things. Now, there's no cost, right? Everybody can just sign up for free to get into the group.
Yes, it's absolutely free. It is a private group, so there are some questions. So when you go to join the group, it will ask you that you agree to the no spamming and those kinds of things like that. I like to know what kind of machines people have. And then I also ask them for the opportunity if they would like to join my email newsletter. So those are just the 3 things. You click agree to that, to the group rules, and yeah, you're automatically in.
Hey, I got to tell you a real quick story. So you know who Joanne Banco is, correct?
Yes.
All right. So everybody out there probably knows Joanne. Joanne is a brother ambassador, and she's worked a lot of the huge events with me before. Was a headliner. Has so talented. So I think I don't know if you saw the show when I did basically for my wife. Her father had passed away when she was really young, and we had carried these bunch of shirts around, and I got her a quilt made, and with her picture and stuff on it, with his picture on it, and surprised her with it. So Joanne, called me. She knew that Michelle had a dog that she'd had named Gracie for 12 years, and it was just they were inseparable, and the little dog passed away, and just broke her heart. And so Joanne went and made her an embroidered pillow that has Gracie's picture on it, Michelle's favorite picture of Gracie. And then on the back, she has paws with her name spelled out in Gracie. And so Joanne made that and sent it to me, and I surprised Michelle with it. And she just, naturally got emotional. And but she just loved that idea. And I said, see, this is what all you can do with embroidery. It was such a, beautiful gesture that Joanne did. And, I just thought that was so nice of her to do that for Michelle. But, again, it's one of those things, all these different things that you can do with embroidery and unique gifts that really mean a lot to people. And that's what, I guess that's why your group is so popular. People can get in there and share ideas and all the things that y'all do. And I just think that's great.
Yeah, that is a beautiful, beautiful gift. And I love it that when you can make something like that for someone that is going to be that memorable. And we've had several things somewhat similar to that in our group, where we've had the pets, a picture of the pet get digitized to make different things, or in memory of, I've seen the pillows where like you have your grandfather's shirt turned into a pillow and have a little saying. It could be in their handwriting. Recipes, I've seen where grandma's recipe was digitized in the grandmother's handwriting and stitched onto a pillow or onto a canvas and framed. Like, there's so much that you can do, and with so much meaning. And so, yeah, that's great.
Well, I think that's a great, I've like through the years doing all these different events and going to quilt shows, I hear people come and share their stories and ideas with me as well. And, I've just always, thought about, even the, some of the recipes that you're talking about. I've seen people that do the recipes and they do them on towels, and it was like, the grandmother, they scanned it in and digitized it, and it was like the great grandmother's recipe in her own handwriting. And the lady made, like a bunch of towels for all the women in the family.
Mm-hmm.
And, I thought that was such a really cool idea. And it was actually in the great grandmother's handwriting, so they have something, right there that they can pass on from generation and things. I thought that was really neat idea.
Yeah, I like the recipes on the tea towels. That's a really nice one too.
Well, Karlie, I want to recap our machines real quick for everybody, and we're going to talk about, so the first machine we talked about today was that, NQ 3600D. It's the sewing and embroidery machine. And I know everybody out there is kind of mixed about whether they want their own machine or they want, their own sewing, or they want them separate, or they want the combo. But, if you're looking for a combo machine, this machine is, oh my gosh, it's incredible. This is the one I bought Michelle. I'm a big fan of it just because of, I think you're getting a lot of really nice quality features in a very mid-price machine. And, this thing, what I was impressed about, it has 291 built-in stitches. It has 233 built-in embroidery designs, and, 35 of those are Disney. And, it's a 6x10 hoop, so you can easily do the back of a jacket. It's auto threading. It has the, jump stitch cutting. And, and you can actually even go on the Embroidery.com, and there's like 5,000 designs that's available for purchase that you could even download more machines. And so that's one of the things. And, even in the sewing features of this thing, it has so many stitches and that built in. And, I even told Joe earlier, it has the stippling. You can go in there and do a stippling stitch that you could actually, if you want to make some mini little quilt type things and do stippling in it just as giveaways for people and different gifts, little wall hangings, you could do it on this machine. So it's really, really neat. And, I noticed one of the things that Jerry Granata, demonstrated when he was doing it, and Lewis, talked about it'll actually sew sideways. And, so that's the really cool things about it, how the different directions it'll sew. So, guys, this thing is $34.99. Great price. It's shipped free right to your door. We're going to throw in that Disney thread kit with it, absolutely free. And then I've also got another free gift I'm giving you. And I think I kind of hinted on it earlier. It's something that you can put your foot down on it. That's all I can say. But I've got a free gift I'm going to throw in too, and it's going to make you a really, really nice combination. And then the next machine that we talked about, we talked about that B79 Burnette, and that you have that in your studio as well. I know Karlie has been doing some testing on that, and she's actually really liking the stitch quality on it. For a $19.99 machine, this is a sewing and embroidery machine. It's a 6x10 hoop. Great quality of these. I know we checked earlier. We have less than 15 of these when we started the day this morning left. And Kyle, I'm thinking there's probably less than that by now. So, these machines sell extremely well, and they go pretty fast. Great price. This is shipped absolutely free right to your door for $19.99. The next machine we actually showed was that NS80. And, that machine, again, it kind of comes down to, we were talking about if you want a sewing only and you're going to retreats and something that's very portable. If you're going camping, you want to take it with in your camper. If you're going to the camp or your lake house, great machine. And, I think, the other day we were talking to Jane Klaus, and, Jane traveled all over the United States for Brother doing all these different morning shows. And she had one of these machines that was very similar to this that traveled with her. I mean, she took it as a carry-on the plane. So it's extremely lightweight. Hers was well-traveled, and it worked, flawlessly everywhere she went. So great machine. If you just want a sewing-only machine, this also comes with those 5 embellishment feet for free that we're throwing in with it. So great machine. We have these in stock ready to ship right now. The next machine that we actually talked about was, what was it, David? Do you have it?
Yes, sir.
It was the Alliance. There we go. So we talked about Karlie's, one of her favorite machines. It's just like the Persona, but it's the Baby Lock Alliance. And this is that one needle machine. It's $49.99. We're shipping it free to your door. And right now we're throwing in that big Baby Lock bundle. And it is a great, great bundle. You're getting, some free classes through Baby Lock, trial classes. You're getting a thread kit with it. You're getting some jerky hoops with it. You're getting some stabilizer. And so it's a really good bundle that's coming with this thing. And we have them in stock right now. We had 10 when we started the day out this morning. And those are probably less than that now because these things, 6. So Kyle just updated. We got 6 left right now. So if you want one of these machines, you've been waiting on a Persona or you've been waiting on an Alliance, we have 6 of these left right now. And I would jump on this and get one of these because I tell you, they go fast. And it'll probably be another 2 or 3 weeks before we get the brother Personas in. So anyway, same machine. So you can put all the same accessories. So Karlie, are you ready to give some stuff away?
Yes.
All right. So everybody knows if the more times that you share the video, you like our page, you go down and make comments, ask questions. If you're watching on YouTube, you go down and hit that bell notification. You give us a thumbs up and you chat and ask questions as well. The more times you do that, the more algorithms our software picks up and it picks you. So the more times that happens, the better your chances are to get picked. So just, that's what I tell people, do all those things if you want to win prizes. And so we're getting ready to give some great stuff away. Hey, today we're going to give we've been giving some mask bundles, I think Monday away. We're going to give some silk masks that we have that are just a really high quality mask. They sell for around $20 each. We're going to give some masks away, some face shield kits with some of our tote bags. And then we're going to give some tote bag bundles. We're going to give some sewing mats away. And we're going to give a Necky sewing machine away today. And so we're super excited about that. Necky donated it to us. And we want to, say hi and appreciate Ray Winslow over there at Necky that wanted to donate a machine for us today to give away. So we want to thank Ray for that. So, David, let's pull some winners up. Karlie, I'm going to let you announce all the winners. Can you see the screen enough to do it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, because I know a lot of times you're using your cell phone, and I didn't know if it was chatting big enough to do it or not. So I'm going to let Karlie give them all away today. So the first thing we're giving away today, Karlie, is going to be, we're going to give a bag with a mask and face shield bundle.
Awesome.
And I've got them right here. These are the silk masks. I have LSU purple. I have some pink. And this is the way they come. There are a bunch of different colors, but they come packaged like this. They're very well done, very nicely done and nicely packaged. So we're going to have that. We're going to have some face shields that we're going to throw in and with one of the bags. So pick us a winner, David.
Wolfgeist. He's one of my Sip and Stitch squad on YouTube.
All right. So one of the Sip and Stitch squads won. So, hey, Wolfgeist, how you get claim your prize is send us an email to contest, plural, with an S on the end, to SewingMachinesPlus.com. Up in the header, put I won. Down in the body, put your shipping address, your name and shipping address, where you want it shipped to, and then put I won the face mask bundle. So great job. Oh, he's woohoo. All right. So David, let's get us another. We're going to give another one of those away, a face mask bundle with one of the event bags. And we'll get us another winner for that.
I love the little hearts that were on the face shields.
Oh,
Ray
yeah.
Ramos. Yay, Ray Ramos, you won a mask face shield bag bundle.
All right. So congratulations, Ray. And again, send us an email to contest, plural, with an S on it, to SewingMachinesPlus.com. And in the header, put I won. Down in that body, put your name, your shipping address, where you want it shipped to, and put I won the face mask bundle. and we're going to get that all shipped out to you and hook you up. All right, so the next we're going to give away, we're actually going to give away our bag bundles. So it's going to be all 8 of the event bags in all different colors, and it has, every one of them have a saying on the back of them. As you can see, who you calling a fat quarter. So,
I love that one.
yeah, I love that one too. I got yours, Karlie, right here. This is Karlie's personal one.
Oops, and I cannot lie. Yes.
So we have a bunch that are, embroidery related, quilting related, or fabric related. So we're going to give 2 of these bag bundles away. So David, get us a couple winners, and Karlie, announce our winners.
Norma Bates. Yay, another Sip and Stitch squad.
Wow. So congratulations, Norma. So Norma, send us an email to contest, plural, with an S on the end of it, at SewingMachinesPlus.com. Up in that header, put I won in the subject line, and in the body, put your name and your shipping address, and put I won the bag bundle. And we'll get that shipped out to you as soon as we get that information from you. All right, we're going to pick another one, Karlie.
Joyce Tanner. Congratulations.
So congratulations, Joyce. Joyce, same thing. Send us an email to contest, plural, with an S, to SewingMachinesPlus.com. In that subject line, put I won. In that body of the email, put your name, your shipping address, where you want them shipped to, and put I won the bag bundle, and we'll get that out to you. So, Karlie, you've had 2 or 3 people from the Sip and Stitch squad that's won.
Yeah.
Sip and Stitch. What else? Sip and Stitch.
You're gonna get it eventually. You just have to keep.
I'll never get it. Sip and Stitch squad. Sip and Stitch. Y'all should have picked something that's it doesn't tongue tie you so bad.
Blame Carol. She's the one that came up with
Carol's one. All right, Carol. You tongue tie me every time I try to say it. You might have to give me a little note or something up here and where I can see it every time to say Sip and Stitch squad.
Yeah. I'm going to send you a hat with it so then you won't forget.
All right, so I'll know that. When I get the hat, I'll remember it. Okay, so what are we giving away next? Did we get a winner for that? Oh, the next bundle? Oh, I was asking you if that was another squad member. All right, so the next one we're giving away 2 bundles of these. We're going to give away 2 sewing mats. And the sewing mats, if everybody's seen them, this is just like the red, white, and blue one I have here. But they come, when you get them, they come in tubes like this. And they're rolled up in the tubes. And the little blue one, as you can see, is the medium size. And I think the red's the extra large size. So it's a little bit wider. But we do have 3 sizes in it. And what we're going to do today, we're going to let you have your choice of color and size. So the only one that you can't pick is the Angela Wolf Pack mat. That is not available for giveaway. But it is. We're taking pre-orders, and I think we're almost sold out of the first run. And I want to let everybody know who has ordered. They've been patiently waiting, and we really appreciate it. From what I understand, the whole storm thing that happened really delayed everything. They are in transit as we speak. I think they were shipped yesterday. From what I understand, they're in transit on the way to us now. So as soon as we get those in our dock, we're going to ship them out to the customers who have pre-ordered the same day. So we're going to turn around the same day and get those out to you. I know y'all been patiently waiting for the Wolf Pack mats. So, but anyway, we're going to give you your choice of color and size. So David, pull us up 2 winners and for the mats, and Karlie, I'm gonna let you give these away.
April Sweat.
There you go. So congratulations, April. April, make sure you send us an email to contest, plural, with an S on the end of it, to contest@SewingMachinesPlus.com. In the subject line up there, put I won. In the body, put your name and your shipping address, and then also tell us, hey, I won the sewing mat. I want the color that you want and the size that you want. Tell us which ones. And if you go to that page, there's a page on our website. You can go in our search bar on our website and just put sewing mats, and it'll pull you up to that page, and you can see all of them there. So just tell us which one you want. So David, we need one more winner of that. for the sewing mats?
Grandmar 7. Congratulations.
So Grandmar 7. Wonder what that means. I always see those like that and I always wonder, wonder what that has significance meaning to somebody. So Grandmar, same thing, give us an email to contest plural with an S on the end to SewingMachinesPlus.com. In that subject line, put I1. In the body, put your name, your shipping address, and then tell us what size and what color a sewing mat that you want us to send you, and we'll get that done. All right, everybody. So we got one more gift to give away, Karlie, and it is a Necky sewing machine. And we really want to appreciate, say again, we thank Ray Winslow at Necky for sending us this. He gave me a call and said, hey man, I'd like to give a machine away at one of your shows. And I said, that would be great. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to even sweeten the pot on this a little bit. What do y'all guys, what do you think, Kyle?
Sounds good.
What do you think, David?
Sounds great.
All right, so we're going to sweeten the pot a little bit on this. Karlie, what do you think? You want to sweeten the pot?
Definitely.
All right, so let's throw in a large purple sewing mat to go along with this, because that way it matches it. It'll match the machine perfectly. It'll look really good. And again, those sewing mats, guys, they're not just pretty, they're functional.
Yeah.
It helps protect the electronics of your machines, absorbs all the vibration, and also it keeps from scratching your surface, and it dampens the noise. So great things to have. If you haven't got one, you need to get you one. But we're going to throw in the purple sewing mat along with this Necky machine. And what was you'll pull that back up again, David? Do we have the number? This was the 204D, right?
Yes, NC204.
Okay, so it's the NC204D sewing machine. Great machine, guys. And this is another very popular seller that we have. All the Necky machines sell extremely well. And this is one of the real popular ones that we've sold for the last year. And anyway, somebody would love it. I see it. Linda Brown says purple. Yes. Okay. So, David, do we have a winner?
Yep.
All right. Karlie, you ready to announce the winner?
Yes.
All right. Let's get a winner.
Kristen Drake, another Sip and Stitch squad. Yay.
You got to be kidding me. Your whole squad is here today.
Yay, I'm so
Well,
happy
hey,
for her.
congratulations, Kristen. We're so happy you joined us today. And Kristen, make sure that you send us an email to contest@SewingMachinesPlus.com. In that subject line, put I. In the body, put your name with your shipping address and put I won the sewing machine with the purple mat. And we'll know what it is. And we'll get it shipped out to you as soon as we get your information. So, Karlie, great show today. Thank you for being on here. This was awesome and a lot of fun. I'm telling you, so much information.
Thank you so much for having me and allowing me to demo the new Brother MQ3600D. I'm so excited to make more things with it and especially try out all of the sewing features on it, because that's going to be really new for me and fun to try out.
Well, and that was my deal. I said, I'm going to send you a machine, but you have to be able to tell me everything about it when you're finished. Yeah. Test it out for us and give us some good information. And I think you're going to be making some videos, right? You're going to do some videos for us?
I want to we'll do like a rewind unboxing video. I could show everything that comes with it when you get it. And then tomorrow night, we're having Sip and Stitch on YouTube, and we actually might use this machine to embroider some Easter presents. So I think that's going to be a fun project.
All right, so tell everybody who's viewing today, if everybody wants to catch Karlie Belle tomorrow night, Friday night, on her YouTube channel, what time is it? Tell us Central Time. What's the Central Time?
7 o'clock Central.
So 7 p.m. Central Time. Tomorrow night. And how can they find you through? Just go to your website and find how to go, or how do they get to there?
Yes, so you can go to carliebelle.com and click Sip and Stitch in the menu, and right off the bat, it's going to tell you what we're doing and a link directly to the YouTube channel. You can also go to youtube.com/Karlie Belle, or just search Karlie Belle within the YouTube search bar. and my page should come up. And when you click the subscribe button and the little bell icon, it will notify you when I go live. So you'll get an alert on your phone or your computer telling you that we've started.
Fantastic. So I encourage everybody to go check out Karlie Belle's show tomorrow night. I know that's going to be awesome, especially if you're going to be using that 3600D. That's going to be exciting. And so everybody go check out that. And Karlie, I know that you know a little bit about what we're doing in March 15th through the 20th. We're having our big Quilt Fest. And I want to remind everybody again, if you haven't signed up for this yet, go ahead and sign up. We are giving a $50,000 Dream Studio away. And I'm telling you, the products that we're giving away is unbelievable. We're giving a sit-down quilter. We're giving a long arm quilter. We're giving a sewing and embroidery machine. We're giving an ironing system away. We're giving, oh my gosh, it's cabinets away. We're giving a thread bundle that has, I think, 288 colors of thread and all the spool racks, and just, it's insane all the stuff we're giving away in this package. And then, we had a bunch of people that entered quilts. We have 223 quilts that got entered. And so if you haven't voted on a quilt, go look at all these quilts. I'm telling you, the quilts are amazing, all the different quilts. And you can go vote on them every single day. You can do one vote a day. And there's some just absolutely gorgeous quilts in there. So we encourage you to go vote. And if you haven't signed up to win that Dream Studio, go ahead and sign up. You can put your email address in there. And I want to remind everybody, it works just like our shows here. The more participation, the better your chances are to win. So if you go and vote every single day, that the algorithms picks that up, you get more chances to win. If you go and put your email address in there, you get more chances to win. If you actually participate on the days of the show, and actually, whether it's YouTube or Facebook, and actually make comments or ask questions, all those different things, like it actually increases your chances to win. So we're going to give away on the 20th. We'll give away at the end of the show. We're going to give away that Dream Studio package. But throughout the show, we're going to give away another, probably, I can't even remember how much it was, Kyle. Wasn't it about 40 or 54,000? I think it's $56,000 worth of product just throughout the show during that week. So we're going to give tons of stuff away. So you want to make sure you get your chances to win. We're also going to have some really good show specials. So if you've been looking for a long arm quilter, you've been wanting one of those, you've been wanting an embroidery machine or some sort of sewing machine or whatever the case may be, we have got some incredible specials we're going to have on here, all show specials. You can only get them during that week, and we encourage everybody to come. And Karlie, I hope you blocked out some time to watch it yourself.
Yes, I definitely will be watching.
It's going to be incredible. We actually have Jenny Doan, which, if anybody knows quilting, everybody knows who Jenny is. Jenny's going to be on. She's going to be on Monday and Tuesday of the show doing an hour seminar. We have Eleanor Burns, who is the queen of quilting. Eleanor's going to be on 3 different days. She's going to do 2 trunk shows, and then she's going to do a show on Saturday in an hour seminar, basically talking a little bit about how she got into it and all the different things that she's done in quilting. So be great things. And on her trunk shows, we're going to have a Q&A session at the end of each trunk show. So it's going to be an incredible show. And we got some of the best educators. I think we have 32 presenters for the week going on. Some of the best educators across the country are going to be on the show. So it is going to be fast-paced. And we announced today that Jane Klaus is going to come in and help me co-host this thing. And because I just got this, saying, I told Kyle and David, I don't know if my voice is going to hold up speaking, talking for 7.5 hours for 6 days.
I love Jane, and she is going to definitely keep the energy going for that full 6 days.
Oh my gosh. I call Jane the Energizer Bunny. She just goes and goes and goes.
She is such an excellent host. I loved watching her when y'all did the showcase a few weeks ago. Yeah,
I told her the other day on the phone, I said, what could I do to get you to move to Southern California and just do our show? I said, I'll retire and just let you take over. So, hey, Karlie, we sure do appreciate you spending your Thursday with us today. And I know that you are super busy, and I know you're getting ready for your show on tomorrow. Again, everybody, make sure you catch Charlie's show 7 p.m. Central Time on Friday night. You can go to KarlieBelle.com, and it has all the information to get to there. And we really do appreciate everybody coming on the show today and watching. As always, we love y'all coming and all your comments and things and sharing your ideas with us and all your input on machines. And if y'all need any of those machines that we showed today, we highlighted, make sure that we have, different ways to order. You can call 1-800-401-8151 and speak to one of our agents on the phones. If you're on our website, you can go and buy it directly on the website at SewingMachinesPlus.com. And if you need some help or some questions there, we have some excellent chat people standing by that are all experts in sewing and embroidery and quilting. And I'm telling you, every one of our chat people, man, they walk the walk. They all are experts, and some of them can digitize. I mean, some are make clothes for people and do some costume sewing. So very, very talented group of people on the chat. So we're here to help anything we can ask. And Karlie, again, thank you so much. And tell all your crew that I'll really keep working on trying to get their name pronounced correctly and not get it tongue-tied. And I'm waiting on my hat.
I need to give a shout out to my favorite sales lady, Andrea, who helped me with my machine when I purchased it last year, and she helps a ton of my followers. So shout out to Andrea.
Andrea Baker, she's really good. She's one of our top salespeople, and she comes into my office all the time and says, "Oh, I talked to Karlie today." She'll say, "I know that y'all talk a lot, so I know that you bought your first machine from us, and you bought it from her, and y'all kind of became friends, and now she helps a lot of your people that's on your broadcast." So, hey, again, Karlie, thank you for dropping in, and anyway, I'm sure we'll be talking to you and seeing you real soon again. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you later. So everybody, say goodbye to Karlie Belle, and we're so happy she was here today, and we're glad that y'all tuned in. And again, we're going to be back on again in 2 weeks, guys. What's the date? Is that during our Quilt Fest?
Quilt Fest, yep.
Yep. So
the date will be the
18th. So the 18th, we're not going to have our regular show on Thursday, but as that same week, we're going to start Monday on the 15th or 14th. And or 15th, isn't it? 15th through the 19th, we're going to go or the 20th, 15th through the 20th. I'll get it straight here in a minute. That whole week, guys, we're going to be broadcasting from early in the morning all day long for 7.5 hours. We're going to be broadcasting. So y'all make sure y'all tuned in. And I tell everybody, I told my mom, I said, hey, she's wanting to watch, get your cooler and, get in there and just sit in the chair and watch TV and have your drinks and snacks and everything right there. I also wanted to say a happy birthday to my sister, Robin. She's watching today up in Arkansas, and want to tell you a happy birthday, and I hope you have a great one. And thank y'all for watching, and we will see everybody here on March 15th when our Quilt Show, our Quilt Fest starts, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody then. Y'all have a great day out there.